I'll be the first to admit that a good Deadpool movie is not something I thought Fox Studios were capable of producing. They showed a massive lack of understanding towards what makes that character interesting in 2009's X-Men Wolverine Awful, and then spent years umming and ahhing about whether we'd see another attempt. But hey, to their credit, they gave it another shot. And by that I mean they reluctantly greenlit the project on the back of one of the creatives behind the new film allegedly leaking some CGI test footage that then set the internet aflame. One remarkably stellar advertising campaign later, like it really was incredible, didn't put a foot wrong. We get our first Deadpool solo movie that still exists in the X-Men universe, but I guess because of all that time travel stuff that happened in Days of Future Past, none of that shit occurs, and hence does not matter. I mean, not that anybody thought it did anyway. Does this movie work though? As a Deadpool film, totally. It's pretty much everything you'd expect from a live action adaptation. Outrageous and bloody action, witty one-liners, crass humor, fourth wall breaking, all backed by Ryan Reynolds' performance. The casting in this movie is on point. Great move keeping on Reynolds. He wants to play this character forever, and I say, yeah, sure, why not? I can't imagine anyone else pulling this off so convincingly. And the others also work. Marina Baccarin, who nails it as the love interest. TJ Miller, whoever plays the two X-Men that's in it. And that guy from the Transporter reboot, which was said to be a worse film than Transporter 3. And that is saying something. The action as well. Now I've heard some say it's a little sparse, but I didn't really feel that. If anything, there's a little too much CGI bouncing around from Deadpool, and some of the sequences do look a little shiny, but on a budget of $58 million, that can be forgiven. It's not all that way though. Colossus looks incredible, and it's nice to see an X-Men character who's actually the size they are in the comics, and not just a big-ish guy in a rubber muscle suit. There are though some things that I wasn't big on in this film. For me, the humor didn't always work all of the time, but I'm not really a die-hard Deadpool fan, so that may have something to do with it. There also, for me, wasn't a moment in the film that I consider to be as funny as some of the marketing material. Maybe potentially the second cab sequence, but I won't spoil that here. The plot is also a little paint by numbers, but of course with the added flair of a character like Deadpool, this isn't so noticeable. All in all, I liked this film. No, I didn't love it, but full credit to director Tim Miller, Ryan Reynolds, and Fox for giving this a go. And I am looking forward to when we see him again, whether that be popping up in a sequel, the X-Force film, or even just crashing one of the new X-Men outings. So all in all, this gets a best movie ever. If you are a fan of the character, I can't really imagine you'll walk away disappointed. And if you're not, and just a fan of comic book movies in general, there's a lot to like here. But what did you think of Deadpool? And where would you like that character to turn up next? Also, feel free to subscribe if you want, and check out some of my other videos, or maybe even my podcast, which is linked below, The Weekly Planet, where this Monday, we're going all spoiler heavy on Deadpool. So why not come along for the ride? Though by no means is it required listening. Alright, thanks everyone. Take care.